Top 10 Most Hands-on African Presidents. Africa is the world's second largest and second most populated continent after Asia. We won't deny the fact that Africa is a great continent with so many resources. In fact, it is a land filled with milk and honey. The leaders ruling Africa as presidents are very intelligent in regards to politics, which keeps them in power for a very long time. Despite the resources and fertile ground good for agriculture, Africa also has very handsome presidents. Before we get into the top 10 most handsome African presidents, please click the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification to get notified whenever we upload a new interesting video like this one. 10. George Weah, President of Liberia. George Mane Apong Weah, born on 1 October 1966, is a Liberian politician and former professional footballer, currently serving as the 25th President of Liberia in office since 2018. Prior to his election to the presidency, Weah served as a senator from Montserrado County. During his football career, he played as a striker for many European clubs. Born and raised in Monrovia, Liberia, George played football for local Liberian leagues, and in 1988 he embarked on the French football scene with a place in the Club Monaco. His prolific 18-year professional playing career ended in 2003 before he entered politics. 9. Uhuru Kenyatta, President of Kenya. Born on October 26, 1961, is the fourth and current President of Kenya, in office since 9 April 2013. He previously served in the government of Kenya as Minister for Local Government from 2001 to 2002, and he was leader of the official opposition from 2002 to 2007. Subsequently, he was Deputy Prime Minister from 2008 to 2013. Kenyatta was also the chairman of the Kenya African National Union, which was a part of the Party of National Unity. 8. Muhammad Buhari, President of Nigeria. Muhammad Buhari, born on December 17, 1942, is a Nigerian politician who has served as the President of Nigeria since 2015. He is a retired Nigerian Army Major General who served as the country's military head of state from December 31, 1983 to August 27, 1985, after taking power in a military coup d'etat. The term Buharism is ascribed to the authoritarian policies of his military regime. Nigeria's Buhari campaigned for president in 2003, 2007, and 2011. He was announced as the All Progressives Congress Party's presidential candidate for the 2015 general election in December 2014. Beginning in the early 1980s, Fonseca worked as a law instructor at various universities, including the University of Lisbon and the Institute of Forensic. Buhari defeated incumbent President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan in the election. An incumbent president lost a general election for the first time in Nigerian history. He took office on May 29, 2015. Buhari won re-election in February 2019 by more than 3 million votes, defeating his closest competitor, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. 7. George Carlos Fonseca, President of Carpe Verde. George Carlos Fonseca was born on October 20, 1950, in Mindelo, Cape Verde, which was then still in the colony of Portuguese Cape Verde. He hailed from a Roman Catholic family of European descent. Fonseca finished his elementary and secondary education at local schools in Mindelo and Pereira, before then going on to pursue his post-secondary education in Lisbon, Portugal. There, he received a law degree and a master's in legal sciences from the University of Lisbon. Upon returning to Cape Verde, Fonseca served as Director General of Emigration from 1975 to 1977, and then as Secretary General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Cape Verde from 1977 to 1979. Beginning in the early 1980s, Fonseca worked as a law instructor at various universities, including the University of Lisbon, the Institute of Forensic Medicine of Lisbon, and the University of Asia Oriental in Macau. Upon returning to Cape Verde, Fonseca served as the Minister of Foreign Affairs between 1991 and 1993, before then running for presidency in the 2001 elections. That year, he lost to the African Party for the Independence of Cape Verde, but became president of Cape Verde in 2011. 6. Alassane Outtara, President of Ivory Coast. In office as the President of Côte d'Ivoire since 2010, Alassane Outtara was born in 1942 in Ivory Coast. Professionally trained as an economist, Outtara served as the Prime Minister of Ivory Coast from November 1990 to December 1993, having been chosen for the position by President Félix Houphouët-Boigny. In 1999, the Ivorian political group Rally of the Republicans elected Outtara as its president. He is known as a devoted hard worker. 5. Faustin-Archange Touadèra, President of Central African Republic. Faustin-Archange Touadèra, born on 21 April 1957, is a Central African politician and academic who has been President of the Central African Republic since March 2016. He previously was Prime Minister of the Central African Republic from January 2008 to January 2013. In the December 2015 to February 2016 presidential election, he was elected to the presidency in a second round of voting against former Prime Minister Aniset George Dalagala. He was re-elected for a second term on 27 December 2020. The son of a driver and a farmer, Touadèra was born in Bangui. His ancestors were from Damara, which is located north of Bangui. Before enrolling in the universities of Bangui and Abidjan, he completed his secondary school at the Barthélemy Boganda College in Bangui and earned a baccalaureate degree there in 1976. In 1986, under the direction of Daniel Gordon, he received a PhD in mathematics from the Lille University of Science and Technology in France. In 2004, he received a second doctorate in mathematics from the University of Yaoundé 1 in Cameroon. 4. Denis Sassou Nguesso, former President of Congo. Political figure and former military commander Denis Sassou Nguesso was born in Congo on November 23, 1943. In 1997, he previously held the office from 1979 to 1992. He served as the leader of the Congolese Party of Labor for 12 years during his first term in office. He established multi-party politics in 1990, but the 1991 National Conference deprived him of his executive authority. He continued to serve as president in a ceremonial capacity. In 1943, Sassou Nguesso was born in Edu in the northern Congo department of Oyo. His parents are Julien and Emilienne Nguesso, and Emilienne Muiba Nguesso was the family's youngest child. His father was a well-known chief of hunters in Edu. In Fort Rousset, which is now Awando, he attended elementary school. He attended Delizy Normal College from 1956 to 1960. 3. Isaias Afwerki, President of Eritea. Isaias Afwerki has held the position of president since the office's creation in 1993. The president serves as the head of state, the head of government, and the supreme commander of the Eritrean Defense Forces. On February 2, 1946, Afwerki was born in the Abu Shial neighborhood of Asmara, Eritrea. Great Britain was in charge of Eritrea at the time. Afwerki attended Asmara's elementary schools before completing his high school education there in 1965 at Prince Makanan High School. He then started studying engineering at the University of Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. In addition to being president, he was commander-in-chief of the army and chairman of the sole political party, the People's Front for Democracy and Justice. 2. Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, President of Sudan. Abdel Fattah al-Burhan was born in 1960 to a Sufi family in the northern Sudanese village of Gandatu. Al-Burhan attended the elementary and middle schools in his village before transferring to Shendi to finish his education before enrolling in the 31st batch of the Sudanese Military College. Al-Burhan served as the previous chairman of the Sovereignty Council of Sudan, which was founded in 2019 following the Sudanese Revolution to oversee the country's transition to democracy. When the military overthrew the government in the October 2021 coup, al-Burhan abolished the Sovereignty Council, which had previously divided authority between the military and the people of the nation. Al-Burhan was able to preside over the Sovereignty Council for an additional 20 months as a result of the 2020 Juba Agreement, as opposed to leaving in February 2021 as originally intended. He served as the Transitional Military Council's chairman from April 2019 until August 2019, following the resignation and transfer of power of former chairman Ahmed Awad Edn Auf. He formerly served as the Sudanese Armed Forces General Inspector. 1. Faure Gnassingbé-President of Togo. Faure Gnassingbé, a statesman from Togo and President of the Republic since 2005, was born on June 6, 1966 in Afwerki. He was elected 4 times in a row on April 24, 2005, March 4, 2010, April 25, 2015, and February 22, 2020 after serving as acting president from February 7 to February 25, 2005. His father, Gnassingbé-President, served as President of the Republic from 1967 until his passing in 2005. Under the banner of the Rally of the Togolese People, he started his political career as a deputy in the Togolese Parliament for the Blida constituency. On July 29, 2003, he was then named Minister of Public Works, Mines, and Telecommunications in the Kofi Sama administration. Due to his father's failing health, his appointment as President of the Republic was already planned. Gnassingbé-President amended the country's constitution in December 2002, lowering the required age for president from 45 to 35, the age his son was at the time. In the event that President was unable to run for president in 2003, this would have given Faure Gnassingbé the opportunity to do so. However, these are the 10 most handsome presidents in Africa. Thanks for watching. If you find this video educative, please give it a thumbs up and hit the notification button for more videos.